Hi, I'm Carol Latimer. This is my audience. Today I'm going to be giving a demonstration speech on how to give an initial gear inspection when you pull your parachute off of the rack before you go in and jump it. This is the things that you'll be doing. So the first thing I'd like to say is that gear fear is real. Overcome it by getting knowledge. Today we're just going to do a cursory overview. So the first thing we're going to talk about is checking your repack date, your check of threes, which is the second thing, which is your 3 rings, your 3 straps, and your 3 handles. And then we're going to do the check your AAD and check your pins and your closing loops. Okay, so here we go. So first we get our rig off the rack. We find our reserve repack card. We locate our reserve repack card. In this case, it's located in this pouch right here, back behind the riser or the strap. You open it up, you check the date, you make sure that the date is within 6 months from the date that you're jumping, so 180 days from the date on this card, you're still good. We have little little secret cheat sheets to take care of that, but always open up your reserve repack card and check it. If it's not located here, sometimes it's located in this pouch. Once you've checked your reserve repack card, you move on to your check of threes. You have 3 rings. That's the first one. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to check that the cloth ring goes through the little ring, goes through the grommet here, and that the cable catches it, and that the cable is seated securely in its housing. Next, you're going to go down and make sure that the little ring is through the middle ring is through the big ring. That side is sound. You're going to start on this side again with your cloth loop, which I guess is called a closing loop for your riser. Your cloth loop goes through your little ring, through your grommet, Make sure that the cable goes through the loop and that the cable is securely seated in its hard housing. Then you're going to check that the little ring goes only through the middle ring goes only through the big ring. This side is sound. On this side you have your RSL. You can check your RSL is attached correctly at that time. After your 3 rings, you check your 3 straps. What you're going to check on your strap, on your chest strap is
Britt, check it out, manifest.
that there is no tears or gouges or rips in the strap itself. You're going to look at the buckle, make sure there's nothing sharp to cut it, and that the sewing seams are attached well here. And on your leg straps, you're going to check almost exactly the same thing. Usually your leg straps are already routed. If your leg straps are already routed, you're going to check that routing. And that routing just looks like cloth over metal through cloth. You're going to check the same thing. Make sure that the strap has no tears and that the buckle has no sharp components to it. And the yellow edging or the stitching on your leg strap makes it easy to see if there's any kind of gouging or problem with the leg strap itself. So once you check those straps, again, checking the buckle for any sharpness, any tears, checking the buckle for any sharpness, or the strap for any tears. You've got that. You've got your 3 rings. Now we're going to check our 3 handles. I always start with them in order with the first handle that you would pull, which would be your main handle. Basically what you're looking for here is a clean routing on your bridle, which there is. And you're looking for hard pull, no pull avoidance here, so if it smoothly pulls out and smoothly slides back in, you're good. That's handle 1. Handle 2, you're just going to be checking the seating, making sure that the handle is secure and that that there's movement ability within the hard housings. And handle number 3, or a reserve handle, here you're also checking that it is secure and that there's movement within the hard housing. So once we've done that, we're going to turn our AAD on. We're going to check our AAD is right here. Sometimes you have to lift up the flap and it's underneath, but we're going to turn it on just exactly the same way as we always do. We whack-a-mole. So we're gonna put it on, the light comes on, we're gonna hit it once, the light comes on twice, the light comes on 3 times, and it should fire up and do its countdown. You wanna wait while it continues to do its countdown until it either says Pro or Enjoy, whichever is appropriate for, or 0, whichever is appropriate for the AAD system you're jumping. Then we move on to the pins. You have your reserve pin. Your reserve pin needs to be seated at least a finger worth, unless you have really long fingers, but about a finger's worth of the pin should be down through the loop. The loop should have no fraying, and you should also have your rigger seal intact on your reserve. There, you've checked that. And close it back up securely. And on your main pin, you're checking that it is tight or nice and snug, that there's no fraying on the closing loop, and that the pin is seated so in such a way as to not cause a malfunction. And that looks good. So we have done our complete gear check. We have checked our reserve repack, did our big check of 3s, checked our AAD, checked our main and reserve pins and closing loops, and that should do it. You're safe to jump. Thank you.